Hello everyone, welcome to the Flipped Collaborate for assignment 2. This is to help you understand one way to begin your research. So we know that hopefully you've listened to the other videos and you understand that a key step in completing this assignment will be going to page 4.5. So here we are, and these are our 3 different options we're encouraged to use for our learning modes and our accompanying theories. So I just thought I'd walk you through how I would begin researching. So when we head over, we're at activity 4.5, and I'm going to go to our modules, and right now we're heading into week 4. So I'm going to head down to week 4. And week 4, we're covering behaviorism. Great, I know that's one of the options for the theories that I could choose. So I'm going to have a little look at this. So I'll click on page 4.2 and look at this. It tells me what behaviorism is, what behaviorist perspectives in teaching entail. That would be really useful for my assignment. Click on the next page. Oh, look at that. It shows me what it might look like in the classroom. So behavioural practices in the classroom. And I've got some benefits and limitations. Awesome. These are all things that are in my criteria. Down here, we've got some implications for teachers. So we know that we're asking you in our assignment title how learning modes and theories inform the work of teachers. So that might be helpful there. So if I've decided that I'm interested in this, I'm going to start with the readings. So if I click on this one here, chapter 4 is going to tell me all about behavioural views of learning. And it takes me straight to e-text. Excellent. So there I can see this is our assignment that I need, and this is where I'm going to begin. So behaviorism is aligned with motivation. So I'm going to put motivation in here, and I'm going to search through our chapter for that. So the very first place I go to is all the way down here. I'm going to go to the glossary. And you can see it's going to show me every time that motivation is in my glossary. So you just click on each of these pages, so it tells me what achievement motivation is. This one's going to tell me about extrinsic motivation, of course. I'm going to have some internal motivation as well, intrinsic motivation. And what does this one tell me? Oh, up here, it's a nice little definition, an academic definition, an internal process that energizes, directs, and maintains behavior over time. Great, so now I've got a definition. So let's go up here and see where else I can find motivation in my chapter. So this is showing you what percentage of it is represented in each part. So the learning process, that looks quite good. Let's have a look at the learning process. And again, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to click and it's going to show me here. Okay, so it tells me in more chapters, in chapters 5, 6, and 7, I'm going to find more on motivation. So when I finish this, I'll head to those chapters. Let's find out what page 184 tells us. It tells us, oops, I'm going to click on that again. Down here, it tells us what Bandura thought about motivation, that it was necessary for learnt reproduction of behaviour. He acknowledged the environment in which the behaviour occurs, or reinforcement. That looks really good. That looks like it would be helpful in my assignment. The processes of motivation are here. The types of motivation. Let's pop on page 194. I'll just pop. I've done it again, sorry people. Okay, this looks quite good. Motivation, it tells that it comes through reinforcement, the learner seeking achievement of valued goals, and how the teachers can support students. And again tells me head over to chapter 7. So can you see how I'm using the text to be helpful here, and I've already ticked off a lot of the things that I need for my assignment. So the next thing I'm going to do, to be totally cheeky as well, is I'm going to head to the references section. I'm going to click on references. So this is every time motivation is in my references. So we know that this is a textbook, and they would of course done all of their own research in order to present this. So this is a little bit of an idea. I call it following the rabbit down the hole. You go backwards. You find a really good reference. You know that this is an excellent one because it's one of our main texts, and you follow it backwards and follow, well, what did they consider were the best resources and journal articles and texts to inform them. And so you can just go through here. So this one is goals, values, and affect influences on student motivation. That looks like it might be useful. The psychology of learning and motivation. Can you see how you can then access all of these? And it's a really good way to make sure that you're getting really good quality references and resources. So student motivation, the culture and content of learning. So can you see how you can use our e-text really well here? And the reason this is important is, I'm going to pop back to our assignment criteria. So we went through our past criteria in the first flipped collaborate, but you'll notice as we move down here, so you've got use of relevant scholarly and non-scholarly literature. Then we move down to credit here, and what does it states to get a credit, it includes the relevance, rigour and correctness of the research and the examples cited. So it's really important that you start doing your wider research to move up the descriptor levels. In distinction, we have logic and coherence and structure with significant reference to relevant readings and resources with in-depth discussion of the theory beyond the prescribed texts. So you can see we're asking more of you as we go up the descriptor levels, and we'll go all the way up to HD. What does that require of us? So we've got diligent communication of ideas and strong connection to the learning materials. Reference to relevant readings and resources are detailed and in-depth discussion of theory beyond the prescribed texts. So you can see that we're expecting more of you with your independent research, but that's okay because you know where to start. So I've just chosen this week because we're doing behaviorism, and I know that it's linked with motivation as the learning theory. So I hope that's been helpful to you as I walked through heading straight to the e-text. Remember, pop in here what you're looking for and make use of this here, and I'm hoping that it will help you. So all the best everyone with A2 and for all your research. Bye.